Let's go with the Blues are feeling it instead, because they are Stanley Cup champions, winning Game 7 on the road in Boston, bringing St. Louis its first Stanley Cup since the team began in 1967. Two teams really coming in here desperate for a win, I would say, on both sides. And to me, it's going to come down to the Eagles secondary. I feel a bit like a broken record. We've said this the last few weeks, that they've really struggled to limit the big plays. Welcome to Eagles Draft Central, presented by Dietz & Watson. Amy Campbell, Fran Duffy, here to take you through Day 3 of the draft. So much going on with Fox Sports. I also want to ask you about that college football show, because I know that you're doing a total overhaul to that. You've added Reggie Bush. You've added Urban Meyer. I know you're a Michigan man. Are you happy to have Urban Meyer in the studio and not on the opposing sideline?
There's a lot of things I'm happy about.
When I think about you and Tiger, when I saw that photo, it really stood out to me, because you guys are two of the greatest to ever do what it is that you've done, and something that I can't relate to. You know, you guys can relate to each other in a way that nobody else can. What did you think about watching him make this comeback, knowing what he had been through, knowing that you made a comeback after what you had been through? Do you feel a special connection to him in that way?
I mean, I'll always say, never say a great can't do something.
He's in a very elite, small group of men that have won the career Grand Slam in the Open era. You're in that small group as well. 3 of those guys are still playing, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic. Can you predict who's going to make the longest run out of these guys?
I mean, these are very insecure people that just need to keep proving it over and over again.
100% this entire series in this finals is going to be viewed through the lens of Kevin Durant's injury. That was the moment that changed the entire thing. If this is my $300 million star, you better be selling me rainbows. I don't want to see this like, yeah, we might not win the division. But you can't deny the love this team showed in the midst of dominating. And no, it wasn't polite, but love isn't always polite. Love breaks the barriers. That's what these women have done. It's a little hard for me. I wanted those things when I was younger, but now I just want to play basketball at a very high level. Say what, Uncle Drew? He wanted those things when he was younger, as in last summer when he was starring in the Uncle Drew movie, a film based on a character Kyrie developed for a very successful Pepsi marketing campaign. We've talked before about how Tiger is too old to bring it at every tournament, but this year at Pebble Beach, do you think we will see the Masters Tiger or the PGA Championship Tiger? Of course, we've got the top 10 right here, but Albert, I want to start with a guy who is not in the top 10. He's at number 13, Kyler Murray, probably the most intriguing prospect in this draft class. Linebacker Breland Speaks after the game made comments about being afraid to tackle Tom Brady because he thought he was going to get a roughing the passer penalty. That was Tom then who ran in for the touchdown to win the game. Do you think that's fair?
Well, I mean...
Oh, it's Shaquille O'Neal.
Thanks for the present.
He's got donuts.
Shaquille O'Neal is bringing us donuts.
How are you? Nice to see you. Can I sit down?
You can sit. You may sit. You can have that.
I want to know, how many speeding tickets have you gotten in your life?
Too many to count.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do any of the officers recognize you? Is there ever like a joke to be made about this? I have to start with Golden Tate, the big story, the Eagles wide receiver edition. How do they use him? How does he open up the offense for other people? Nelson Aguilar specifically, a lot of questions this week about where Nelson will be used with Golden Tate, because both are kind of really productive there in the slot. We're being very bold. I guess we're in London, so we're gonna really go for it. For me, the storyline and really the key for the Eagles in this one is the run game, and we saw that kind of cost them. And if you don't know, now you know.